this your girl Jam, and you're listening to RWR Live 365. I have two of the most fabulous women here in Pensacola, Florida. They're number two because I'm number one. I'm like to y'all. They fight for number two because I'm okay. Anyway, um, it's gonna be a good show today. So I hope you guys are tuned in, ready, and locked and loaded. Let me get to the radio side. We're gonna stop this here. We're gonna do it. Hey, y'all. It's your girl Jam. And Misunderstood is not inside the building. She's just in the bathroom again. She got bathroom issues, right? So, cause I ain't gonna out my girl because boss here. She probably on the assignment, ain't no telling, but she is not with us today. So, but we're gonna make sure she watching, so that's all that matter. We got two fabulous ladies in the building. I'm gonna let them tell you who they are because I jack it up. So
I'm Chastity Dawson.
Chastity Dawson with. Hold on. Let me push your microphone because I don't like how you trying to push it away. Hey, we talked about this last time. Bless the Lord. Okay, you go next.
I'm Shakita, co-founder of the Keeps of Life Vitamin Injections here in Pensacola.
So now we talked with Shakita last time, and she brought in her homegirl. She said, now listen, she coming in, but I don't know if she gonna say nothing. And I said, challenge accepted. Yes, she is gonna say something crazy. So then talking with her, I learned so much about her. And I think that you will love the same as I did. So please, Chastity.
Yes.
Hello. I ain't jacking up. Tell us about you.
Well, my name is Chastity Blunt, Dawson by marriage. I was born and raised here in Pensacola, Florida. My father was Mac Blunt. He had a paint and body shop on Mobile Highway for the majority of my life. My mother worked for Sacred Heart Children's Hospital for the majority of my life.
When the nurses had, when the nuns had it, but that's another subject. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yes. Well, and also I am a certified dermatologist and gemologist, and I partaken in a documentary that's on Amazon Prime as well as Tubi called Surviving Lake Lanier.
Now, when she said surviving Lake Lanier, I instantly thought you're not from here, but she is from here. And this happened right here in our city. I was floored. So tell us about Lake Lanier, please.
Well, Lake Lanier was a town back in 1912 is when everything happened. It was a black town called Oscarville in Georgia, in Forsyth County. Where they had an incident where a young lady said that she was raped by a couple black guys. Due to the lie that was told, the guys were one of the guys was killed. A preacher was beaten almost to death. The town was raided. The people had to leave, and then the town was burnt up. Everything set on fire. People had to leave. And a few years later, they turned that town, which was Oscarville, into what we now call Lake Lanier.
Jesus. This is Juneteenth, so y'all better just hold yourself. Oh my God. That's giving me chills. Woo! Okay, focus. Okay, go on. I'm sorry. Jesus.
So for me, my story of surviving Lake Lanier, I was 21 years old. I was a part of the Brunswick Job Corps Center, and we went there on a field trip. So being out there, hanging out, having a good time, I encountered someone from the center who wanted to come out and hang out with us that I did not want to hang out anymore with. I called him Demon because every time we smoked, he started to look like a demon.
So was he black or white?
He was Mexican.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so
it's Juneteenth, baby. I ain't got time to play with you. Come on here.
So when
call it what it is.
When he came out, we was out on the floor. Me and a friend of mine that we call Twin. Her name is Shamika. She's from Nashville, Tennessee. When he came out, he wanted to come out there because we was out there, hanging out. So he came out. He wanted to come and smoke and everything. And because when we smoked, he began to look like a demon. I didn't want to smoke with him anymore. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore. So
Jesus.
I told him that he could not come and hang out. We didn't want him out there. He went under the water as if he was going to swim away. But instead of swimming away, he went underneath the floaty, lifted it up, knocked us off the float. I went this way, she went that way. And when I went underneath the water, I landed between two trees. When I got underneath the water, like I said in the documentary, there was no fear. When I got underneath the water, I looked around and I was like, wow, it's trees under here. You know what I mean? I was in awe about the fact that I saw trees like what we see when we look outside, the big tall trees.
Jesus.
But I was in the top of the tree and I was like, wow, it's trees down here. And then I heard a voice, plain as day, say, Chastity, you're under the water. And I was like, oh, Lord, no, not like this, Lord. So in that moment, when I heard the voice, I also saw the instructions that the voice gave me, which was to cuff my hands, do the motion as of flying to come up out of the water. I came up out the water. I screamed, my feet won't touch the ground. Looked around, nobody was nowhere near me. And then whoosh, I went right back under the water. When I went back under the water, I went back into amazement of, oh my God, there really is trees up under here. Wow. At that moment, I can't tell you what happened next because I don't remember. I just know that I realized that I was not dead. I realized that I was no longer under the water. And when I opened my eyes, I could see the shore and I could see that I was being carried by a black man. Wow. He carried me to the shore. He sat me down on the shore. When he sat me down on the shore, I looked up. I saw Demon. And I said, that's him. He tried to drown me. And then all the fellas, because I was a cool chick in Job Corps, all the fellas jumped on him. It was a big brawl on the side of the shore. We ended up having to pack up and go back to the center that day. When I came home, I told my family members, but I never really knew how to talk about the fact that there was trees under the water. You know what I mean? So I never really talked about it much. And then to this day, it's 5 years ago. Now it's 5 years ago. I found out about Oscarville. And yeah. So then one day I was just sitting in my house looking at TikToks and someone had made a video of what was underneath the water. The lake. Yeah.
So what was underneath the water?
There's a town underneath the water. There's a burial sites. There's houses. There's cars.
Hey, we coming back. This too much. I can't. I need some water. We're going to come right back right here on RWR Live 365. Listen, y'all got to know about Late Lanier. This too much for me. And we're going to all say,
ow.
I love it. I'm just, let's turn the music back on. My world.
But listen to what she said to someone carried her out.
That's what I was getting to. Yes. You still don't know who it was. It wasn't nobody but the Lord.
And then I also, in the documentary, I actually say, if you were the person that carried me out of the water, say something. To this day, nobody has said anything.
Of course, and they won't.
To this day, nobody has said anything.
He's already told you. He don't need to, I mean, God don't need to show up. Because if he show up, then it's over. Because ain't nobody going to be able to behold his face. That's so, right. Therefore, that is amazing. I think that your journey and that's so every step. So from then on, everything you do has to be very strategic.
Yes.
And intentional.
Yes.
Because you're here for a reason.
Yes.
So because God does not do foolishness.
No, he does not.
And he don't make no mistakes.
No, he does not.
Don't do confusion. Now, what about your friends?
Well, I have no idea where Twin is. I saw Twin maybe.
Did she live?
She did. Because the person who took us out on the float, which was this guy we called Sammy Dre, he was from the Virgin Islands, he saved her. You know what I mean? They were, talking. So he automatically went for her. You know what I mean?
Of course he did.
And God sent somebody for me.
He did. He went down there. He said, you know what? Enough. Move out of the way. Let me get in here. And the thing is, that's why we have to say, I have never seen my favorite scripture, the righteous forsaken.
Yes.
Nor his seed begging bread. This is why. You didn't have to beg for nobody to help you. He was already there because he knew exactly what he was going to do. And that's fine. You go over there and handle her.
That's right.
But I'm going to get her.
That's right.
Because I want to make sure my child survives this because I need her to tell it.
Yes.
And I want you to tell the goodness of what God did for you. That's why it's important for us to not keep quiet on stuff. No, tell people that you really got evicted.
Yeah.
And you really had to be out living on somebody's couch.
Yeah.
So I was watching this podcast, and this girl, she said, I'm always behind. She said, I'm never, my rent always late. She said, but God always makes a way. She said, I got put out. She said, God always makes a way. So then the guy that was doing the broadcast, he said, so I don't know if I should say this now, but he said, but I'm going to pay your rent for the next 2 months. So then he said, do you want me to edit out? She said, don't edit out nothing. So keep all this.
That's right.
She said, because he said, why? She said, because first, I'm not ashamed.
That's right.
Second thing is have no idea how many people are behind
That's right.
on rent and need to hear that somebody else going to be there to help and rescue them. Same thing for you. You have no idea how many people are out in the water and are drowning.
Because that lake is haunted, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
correct?
they say that it is
People
because it's
die
so
all the
many
time.
people.
See what I'm saying?
By 2024, when I did what took a part of the documentary, 700 people had lost their lives in that lake.
So it's a meaning behind you and a meaning behind what God has for you. And so for you, you have to be very strategic and intentional for everything that you do. And everybody you encounter, they're going to be feeling like, oh, I feel like I can make it. I felt like I was drowning. And like people don't realize money is not everything. It is what we need, but it's not everything, because you can't go to the store and go to aisle 6 and get some peace.
That's
Oh,
right.
give me peace over there. Don't give me the aisle 6. No,
That's
you
right.
have to. God has to give you that peace and peace in your life.
That's right.
So yeah, baby, let's go back in. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Let's cut DJ Sammy Sam off for a second. Hey, y'all. It's your girl Jam. Listen, we are back. And if you didn't hear some of the stuff we were saying, don't worry, go on the YouTube and it is all on there. So really quick, finish your story.
So 2024.
And not really quick, but finish your story.
So 2024, like I was saying, I saw a TikTok that showed what was underneath the water at Lake Lanier. And when I saw it, it just floored me. Then I heard a voice of God say to tell the story. And I was like, huh? And the Spirit of God said, tell the story. So I went to my children. I was like, I heard the Lord say for me to tell the story. And they was like, tell it, Mom. Somebody needs to hear that, tell it. So I was like, okay, well, I'll do it tomorrow. So I asked God, I was like, if you give it to me, because I'm not really a out front type of person. I'm a background player. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, Lord, if you give it to me to do, then I'll do it, because it's a reason why you, first of all, saved me. Second of all, you allowed me to see this video to wake that up in me. You know what I mean? So the next morning, God said, go for it. And if you look at the TikTok that I did, you will see I have on no makeup. I am not prepared. I did not prepare myself for it. I just, in that moment, sat down in my bathroom and was obedient to the Spirit of God. And I gave the testimony of what happened. A little while after that, I got a inbox. I was reached out to by William and Cindy Anderson, which are the people who actually did the documentary, who also made the Lanier movie, which is on Amazon Prime and Tubi as well. They reached out to me. They told me that they wanted me to be a part of the documentary. Now, God is very intentional with what he does and how he does things, because he told me to name my TikTok, to name it Surviving Lake Lanier 1997. Not knowing, because I had no idea that there was actually a documentary in the process of being made called Surviving Lake Lanier. I
graduated high school in 97.
Okay. So, God is very intentional. We had some things to come up to where the enemy was trying to make it to where I wouldn't be able to make it to Georgia. But William and Cindy drove all the way to Pensacola, Florida, picked me up.
And drove back.
They sure did. Opened up their room at their house and everything for me to stay there, because it was like, would you be more comfortable staying at the hotel, or would you be comfortable staying with us? And they lived about 30 minutes away from the hotel. So I was like, if something go down, They got to drive 30 minutes to get to me.
Convenience.
So they opened up their beautiful home. I stayed in their home. They treated me like a superstar.
Come
I
on
mean,
now.
they gave me the full treatment. You know what I mean? And I thank God for them. I thank God for the opportunity. Got an opportunity to go back on the lake, and that was crazy because when we went out on the lake, at first I was just standing, I was looking around, I was just like, none of this stuff familiar. So he was like, well, hey, let's go out on the boat. So we all went out on the boat. We driving around on the boat. And I'm looking around. I'm like, none of this looks familiar to me. And then all of a sudden, it was like the Spirit of God said, look. And I turned and I looked and I was like, oh, that looked like it right there. I was like, what is that? And they was like, well, that is a public access part, like a beach, where the people come in for the public. And I was like, that looked just like it. And it was so amazing how strategic God is because he had placed markers directly in the place where I fell off. So when you go to Lake Lanier, you can walk out so far and then there's a drop off.
Yeah, I'm never gonna go, but I'm listening. I take your advice.
Yeah. Then there's a drop off.
I really take your. I really hear what you're saying.
Yeah, God really, he did his big one on that. He gave me the opportunity to heal in the situation.
Yeah, that's
he gave
a lot.
me the opportunity to see that because there's a lot of things I don't know for anybody else. I'm gonna talk about me. There's a place in my head that I call the non-reality box where things are hard. Things that I've gone through in my life has been so hard that I don't want to deal with them. So I just put them over there in that little box and I just sit them there and just let them sit there. You know what I mean? But God.
My God. I love all of this. So you're going to put it in the book? We'll talk about it. So we want to thank Miss Chastity. Amazing. So let me ask you something. Okay. How can people see the movie?
You can see the movie on Tubi. Okay. You could also see it on Amazon Prime.
And the title is
Surviving Lake Lanier. It's under documentaries.
Okay.
When you put that in, you'll see my
And you know what? That's probably what I was jacked up. All right. Anyway. So I've been trying to get the movie too. So, but don't worry about it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to watch it.
Yes, ma'am.
All this rain, heck, shoot. Hell to the no. Too much going on. So also, we want to plug you in too, Sweetness. Tell us how we can get in contact with you if we need some medication, IV fluids.
If you need any IV fluids, you can reach me via Facebook at the Key to Life Vitamin Injections. You can also contact me via phone. Telephone number area code 850-530-9127. You can also hit me up on You Don't Know Me on Facebook as well. If you have any questions, need answers, anything, I got you.
And she does answer her phone. That's the most amazing thing. She answers her phone. She's like, hello. I said, what may I speak to? This her. It's like, oh my God. Period on it. So we want to thank the ladies for coming in once again. And nope, this won't be the last. We're going to have a watch party. We're going to watch Lake Lanier. So, I mean, we're going to have tissue available because I already know I'm finna, oh my God. I might need to watch it home by myself first. Really? Oh my God. Woo, child. Well, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers. I ain't talking about I ain't talking about the ones who just dropped by here and there. I'm talking about the real dads. Yes. That really put it in with their children. Yes. Even in their older ages. That's know right. What I'm saying? So shout out to my baby's daddy, Mr. Sean Davis Sr. He is an awesome dad. I want to give a shout out to my father, James Earl White Sr., and my brothers, Jose and Bernard White. So thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, wait a minute. My sons, I got a new grandbaby. Oh my God, I know. Thank you. I call him Blueberry Muffin. Right. So shout out to Siobhan and Sean on being new daddies. My last one say he ain't having no kids because he's gonna be the best uncle ever. I say, do what you do, boo. Mm-hmm. He said, right. He said, I don't want to share my money like that. I say, you have to share. Hell, you ain't got to give it all up. But that's just what it is. We on RWR Live 365 also want to say thank you for our 10th year anniversary. We had so much fun with you, and we appreciate all the love and support. Now, today, it goes down at happy hour. Maritime. Wait a minute. I always check Museum Plaza. We went through this last time, didn't it? Yeah, I'll be checking it up. Museum Plaza, 5 to 10. This is Juneteenth. So wear your Juneteenth attire. I'm talking about wear. Yeah, wear all that. So we'll be out there, Real Woman Radio, RWR. We are out in the building because we are the official host. So thank you for tuning in to Midday Live with Major Vibes. I'm moving out the way because Stone and Murphy, Lynetta Renee, and Bill Marshall will be up next with 2 tears in a bucket. Y'all know the rest. Right here, I am your girl Jam. Let me hear you say, "Ayon."
I am.
Period. See, they cooperate. I love this. Hold on. Thank y'all. Gotta say bye. Look, I like this one. She was digging in the